Well, I'm delighted to be back with Chris Allen, the manager of Devizes Town. Chris, 0-0 at Nurstead Road against the league leaders Hartpury University. Are you happy with that result?
Yes, I think so. Obviously, we try to win. I know it's cliche, but we try to win every game of football that we play. But I think ultimately, like I said in my programme notes before the game, you know, we're taking on one of the best sides at this level of football in the country. They've proven that with their run in the FA Vase the last 2 years. I think they're one of the highest Step 6 sides to get through to the sort of last 32, last 16 of that consistently, and that just goes to show how good a side they are. So yeah, I'm really pleased, more than the result, to be honest, that we just competed really well with them, and I don't think on the day there was too much between the two sides, so that's credit to the boys for making it a fairly even game, I would say.
Obviously, these conversations that we've had over the last couple of games have been a little bit frustrating because they haven't come off the back of wins. But I have to say, in all the performances I've seen from Devizes this season, I felt that was the most committed. They were on it from the first whistle to the very end, and you must be able to take an enormous amount of satisfaction from that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think to be honest, they knew they had to be. My question there would be, why are we not always like that? But at the end of the day, we are a Step 6 football side, and we're human beings. So I don't expect that the players will be at that level every week. I'm obviously just pleased that they were able to produce a good performance, and more than anything, a proper team performance. There was no individuals out there. Everyone fought for one another, and I think that was evident from the performance.
And I don't think this was a performance about hanging on in the end. We had chances to win this game, and I guess if there's a tinge of frustration, is it that we couldn't put some of them away?
Yeah, I think obviously the game plan worked really well. We've spoke at length about how we wanted to play against Hartpury, because we know that they're such a unique side in this division, the way they play the ball around and interchange positions and things like that. We knew we had to be really good defensively, so that was the most pleasing thing for me. Again, to lose Parts, our skipper, has obviously come back from injury. Looks like it was obviously too soon for him. To lose him after 10 minutes, made a terrific start to the game again, and to lose him after 10 minutes, I wondered if we would wilt under that pressure, because he's such a big influence for us. But again, we've brought Jack back on, and the boys at the back have kept another clean sheet, which, whilst we're not scoring goals at the moment, which is frustrating, obviously the good thing is that we're not conceding many, so we're still in every game, we're competing in every game, and hopefully the chances will start to fall our way, and we can put a couple away again sooner rather than later, because I think at the moment that's the only thing really missing from our performance, especially today.
We talk about the performance on the pitch, and we've talked in many interviews about what the club are doing off the pitch. Now I want to talk about the pitch, because many games across the southwest of England didn't take place today. They were called off, but the pitch has stood up to the torrential rain that we've had over the last few days.
Yeah, it's testament to the work that we've done in pre-season, testament to the money that's been invested by the new chairman and the committee. It was one of the things that we were really keen to get a grip on as soon as we come in and took over, is having a pitch that we can play on and play good football all season round. Like you said, with so many games being called off today, we've turned up here this morning and it's been cut. And by kickoff, we were actually debating whether or not it was going to be. We would even need to use a metal stud out there. A lot of the lads played in moulded boots, which again is absolutely remarkable, really, for this time of year. And even now, it looks as though it's stood the game really well. So yeah, testament to how much work's gone into keeping it in this condition.
If there's one complaint I do have, and this is a really odd thing to say at the moment, it's the sun. Because in the second half in particular, I noticed our goalkeeper was wearing a cap, but as I walked to meet you and do this interview, it's blinding to walk into the sun, and of course we had to defend against that. We would have had to have attacked into that to get that winning goal come the end of the game. It must have made it incredibly difficult for the players.
I think so, and obviously there was a few nervy moments at the end there. I think although they had a lot of control of the game in the second half, we, again, like you said, we did have the better chances, and on another day one of those might have just fell our way. Their keeper made a couple of good saves in the second half, and yeah, that's the only disappointment I take from the game, is that we in the end without dominating the game, we actually created the best chances in the game. So on chances alone, I feel like we probably deserved to nick it. On territory possession, they probably deserved to nick it, but we limited them to really sort of half chances. I can't remember Clatts having to make too many great saves. Normally when you play top of the league, keeper has to have a really good game, which he did because he kept a clean sheet, but he wasn't worked all that much today.
Newham away next, and the playoff dream is still on, but we need to be getting as many maximum points as possible now.
Yeah, I mean, we've the stage of the season we're at and where we want to be, and obviously, of course, we've spoken so many times about expectations this year, about not being not getting ahead of ourselves, and not saying that we need to be in the playoffs. It's not anything like that, but with 4 games to go and we occupy one of the positions, regardless of all the games in hand that teams have, we obviously want to try and do it now. So we haven't had a good start. I set the lads a points total 3 games ago, and we've only managed 2 points from the last 3 games. But obviously today was a really pleasing performance and attitude more than anything, which hopefully will stand us in good stead for the remaining 4 games. But like you said, if we do want to get in the playoffs, there's no doubt we're going to have to turn these draws into victories.
Chris, thank you very much for your time and enjoy your evening.
Lovely, thank you.